In this tutorial, I'm going to give an overview of complement. The complement system is an integral part of our immune system, and it's just basically a bunch of proteins floating around in our blood that cause a series of reactions to help get rid of pathogens, even before any of our immune cells have taken any action. So the whole of complement is kind of based around this process, which is the conversion of this molecule C3 into C3b and C3a. Now C3a is not important, but C3b is really important. For instance, if a pathogen invades your body, then C3b can attach to the outside of it, and it will attach all over. Now, first of all, to stop this happening to your own cells, C3b can be inactivated by conversion to IC3b. This is the inactive form. But if it attaches to a pathogen, then there are two possible outcomes. One is phagocytosis. And this is because C3b opsonizes the pathogen. Opsonization is just the process of making things more appealing to phagocytes. So here's a macrophage that might phagocytose the pathogen having been opsonized. The other outcome is the formation of this thing called a membrane attack complex. And it's basically just a bunch of proteins inserted into the membrane of the pathogen to create a pore in its membrane. So it's membrane attack complex. And it's often abbreviated MAC, or just called MAC. So the next complexity to complement is how C3 is activated to convert into C3b and C3a. Now there's three different pathways by which this can happen. The first one we'll consider is called the alternative pathway, and it's just basically a spontaneous tick over of C3 conversion to C3b and C3a. The other two pathways form this molecule here, C4b2a, and it's a C3 convertase, meaning it catalyzes that reaction. Now there are two ways to create this. One is a series of steps called the mannose binding lectin pathway, also known as the MBL pathway. And the other is the classical pathway. It's called the classical because it was the first discovered. Now the classical pathway is activated by the presence of antibodies on the pathogen. Antibodies are molecules created by B cells, and they have to be the antibody type IgG or IgM. And that's an overview of the complement system.